Good morning. It's time to hit the road. It is a pretty early start, and we're going to see how this new caravan tows. We're officially hitting the road with it, and we're heading to Hahndorf. So let's wrap this up. We've got a big day's drive ahead. I also can't wait to see Hahndorf, to be honest. But yeah, let's go. It's a bit misty, a bit drizzly, but we're going. Guys, we're back on the road.
Welcome to South Australia.
Woo!
We're finally leaving Victoria after a long 2 months.
Long 2 months, eh?
A couple of challenging weeks, getting everything done. A big shout out to Phil and Annette, and also to Lisa and Jason for housing us mongrels while we were in Victoria. You open your homes to us and we absolutely love yous.
So guys, our preferred destination today is a little town called
Hahndorf.
Hahndorf.
Time for an Uber wiener.
It's time to go and hopefully see Hahndorf. I'm just punching along. We have done about 400 k's already today. We're just punching it to hopefully get there. We've got another, I think, 260 k's to go. The rig with our new van. What do you think?
She's looking schmick. How's she towing?
She's towing like an absolute freight train, guys, honestly. But the diesel, we don't want to talk about that. She did well this morning, and now she's a bit thirsty now. But anyway, it doesn't matter. So we have 263 k's to go. So we're at basically on the border. You can see that's the borderline over there. So we're about to cross into South Australia. So we move back. Sorry, not back. Do we go back a half an hour, forward a half an hour? Back a half an hour, so a little bit of a time zone change, but that's okay. But yeah, she's going well, which is the good thing. The clutch is performing beautifully. I just want to show you something. You would have seen last week's video. I'd sprayed that underbody with that lanolin oil. Check this out. Look at that. It's like a brand new chassis, if I've got to be honest. I know last week when I showed you it was getting a bit dark, but now we're jumping back in the car and hopefully we can get there. We're going to do Sue's going to call up ahead. We try and call the Discovery in Hahndorf, but they haven't called back, so we might look at Mount Barker Caravan Park to see if we can get in there for the night. We just want to do one night so we can go into Hahndorf for the night and have a nice German beer after today's drive. And then tomorrow we have absolutely no idea, but the main game over the next 2 or 3 videos is to get up to Alice Springs for Finke Desert Race. Meeting a few people there. So let's jump in, let's knock these last 260 odd k's out. Good evening. Well, today was a right ripper, wasn't it?
It was a ripper. What was it, 11 hours?
11-hour drive. So we left just this side of Phillip Island at Jason and Lisa's place, and we arrived at this property. Shiloh Hills Park Accommodation, because we did call the Discovery Park in Hahndorf. They didn't answer. It was like a half an hour later, so we found alternative accommodation. And then but we had paid, but then the Discovery did call us back to say they did have space, and we didn't want to try and complicate things, so we just stayed here. And I'll tell you what, it's a white knuckle moment coming to this property, because the road's windy. You got to like Anyway,
it's in the Adelaide Hills. It's in a spot called
Adelaide Hills.
Sterling.
I'll tell you what, it's beautiful. Like what we got you just on dark. So we're not at the van. We just sort of dumped the van, and it's a 400-meter drive back to the beginning of the property. So we've driven the cruiser, and we've just parked here, and we're going to leave it here locked up. And we've ordered an Uber into Hahndorf, which is about 20 minutes, about $30
And
Uber.
we're going to the German Arms for a bit of a date night.
Bit of a date night, maybe.
And also an Uber wiener.
So we're going to go through and we're going to enjoy a pork knuckle because it's been a long day for me. So it's something I've been really looking forward to. And Hahndorf, we sort of missed it all the time, but we found accommodation this time, and we're going to go through. We're going to have a pork knuckle, a couple of beers, nothing big. Get an Uber back here, get back to the van, and when we wake up in the morning, we'll give you a little whip around of where the hell we are, because we don't actually, like, we know we're here, but
got here in the dark.
We got here in the dark, so, and we were planning on going to go and squid fish at a Drossen, because we've actually been there before.
And we're out of squid.
We're all out of squid, but the weather
We're
looks
all out of squid.
terrible for the next few days, so when we get back, I'll have a little browse around on the phone and see what our next step tomorrow is going to be. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to try and enjoy tonight. It was a bit hairy coming in, a bit stressful, but we pulled ourselves towards ourselves, and yeah, we're going to go and check it out. Here we are. We're finally in Hahndorf, and that is where we booked the table. What is it? German Arms. So, get into some light here. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, that's where we're at. So we're just going to take a little walk around and then go in. Table's booked for 8, eh? So we've got about 15 minutes.
Need I say more?
Not just this, look at this. Yes. What are you? Cheapest. Look at this.
So I got the Uber Schnitzel, and Derek got the
What do you call
crispy
it?
knuckle.
Yeah, but it's called a crispy, I call it a crispy knuckle,
It's a crispy knuckle.
but it's actually called on the menu, it was called a
Hot.
hock, crispy pork hock.
Hot.
Couple of, what do you call these things?
Pretzels.
Couple of pretzels, and I'm going to dive into this because I am absolutely starving. Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Jeez,
Welcome
look at
to
you.
Chilly Crispy Hahndorf on a Sunday morning. So dinner was, we
Fantastic, wasn't it?
had an early one, didn't we?
We did,
We
we
really
did.
just had dinner and came home, which was,
When I got to the restaurant, it felt like the drive caught up to me, didn't it?
yeah, it did. You were a bit grumpy, but that's fair enough. And woken up really to a beautiful morning, but
Look at this.
we believe the rain's on the way, so we need to head out because, as you can see, it's quite wet up here.
Yeah, it's quite weird, isn't it?
If you're traveling with dogs, it's dog friendly, and also if you're traveling with kids, from a costing point of view, it is the place to come. Beautiful surroundings, really peaceful, beautiful fire pit, a lot of history to this property. Currently in the 4th generation of the family, so we'll show you a little peek of the little cottage down the hill. But essentially, the owner's great-grandfather built a mud hut down the bottom. Her grandfather was born in it. There's a little stone cottage that her father was born in. She now lives on the property together with her daughter and her grandchildren. So 4 generations between the age of 13 and 90 currently on the property. And what a history from the 1800s that they're still running it.
How much did we pay to stay here?
Oh, it was
$2, wasn't it?
$2 a night, power and water. They've got ablutions with showers, toilets, neat and clean.
Got a dump point as well.
Dump point as well, and
Which is just this way. So, because the rain's coming, and we try to missed the rain. That's why we didn't go to Queensland. But anyway, we want to try and get out of here because I reckon it can be quite tricky. And we just want to mention it's a great property, but it would have been good to know the road in is as windy as anything. And look, I got here, so I'm pretty sure I can get out. But even with our rig, and it's an 18.6 Caravan with a cruiser, anything larger than that, it'd be pretty tricky because it's so windy. You actually end up on the opposite side of the road and around bends, which is not ideal, really. And that's the only way into the property. So we'll use low range gear just to crawl out of here because it's a pretty steep and it's not bitumen, so it can be quite tricky. So we'll just drive to the conditions. We'll get out of the campground we had in low range, and then we'll just go slowly down the hill. It's about 5 kilometers long, so it's not just a couple of turns. It's pretty wild. And then we'll get to our next spot because of the rain. Now you must probably thinking, well, why aren't you free camping? You set the caravan up for free camping. Well, around the area there's not much free camping, and we've just decided that we'll just hop on over to the Discovery Park in Hahndorf, which Sue managed to get us in for 2 nights. The rain is supposed to come this afternoon. A lot of rain, like 12 mils of rain overnight, again tomorrow, and then possibly we'll leave on Tuesday and keep heading towards Alice Springs.
Go forward, this much that way.
Good.
Footage queen again, running up and down behind the caravan. The one thing you don't always get is the actual steepness of hills when you come down them. If you have a look at that, that's a pretty epic climb or drop. Here's one of the old cottages. I love a bit of the old ruins. Apparently this is where the father was born.
How'd we go down that, well, around those bends?
It was pretty hairy, but you did a good job. It was much better in the daylight, and also I think because we knew what we were expecting, you did a great job, love.
Yeah, it was pretty hairy, but anyway, we've managed to pull up here in Hahndorf at a spot where Sue's going to go and see. We can get ourselves a coffee, just let the car cool down here. We're only 5 minutes from the park, so let's see what coffee Sue can get us. You found your dream cafe thingy.
I found heaven on earth. Not only is it a coffee house, it's also a brewery, a distillery, a winery, and wait for it.
What are you doing?
They sell cheese. They make and sell cheese. So I got myself a little Landana aged goat milk, which is beautiful. I had a little taste test, creamy, strong. Well, they say it's mild, but it's just beautiful. And now that means we have to go shopping for a bottle of wine.
But now, hang on, you haven't told them what the place's name is.
Yeah, because I can't remember. But we'll drop
Hang
it
on.
in.
Is it not on the cheese?
It's Grindle. It's Grindle.
Grindle. So
Grindle.
I'll just swing around quick slowly. It's just over there, and that is you come off the main motorway sort of into Hahndorf, and it's just on your left-hand side. And we're just parked up because why? We're a bit early to get into the Discovery, aren't we?
We are a bit early to get into Discovery, but I also wanted a coffee because I'm a coffee beast.
Yes.
And yeah, just really excited about my cheese. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, we just pulled up to Discovery Hahndorf Resort. It's actually part of the Good Day membership, so we paid with the membership. I think it was $34 a night. So we booked for 2 nights, and those clouds are starting to roll in. So just as we predicted, but we're just gonna set up pretty quick. Not sure the site number. We'll check with Sue. Sue's just gonna go check us in, and we're just gonna back the van up onto site, plug it in, and we're gonna head straight out. So we parked up in Upper Side Street in Hahndorf, and the main street's just in front of us. And I'll tell you what, it looks quite vibey on a Sunday compared to when we were here last night, eh?
Yeah, it does. It looks awesome. Lots of little sort of crafty shops. Can't wait to see what they've got.
I have found a shop. It's got some South African biltong / jerky. I'm gonna go and see if I can get some. So where did we stop?
We stopped at Adelaide Hills Wine Bar in heaven.
Now what do you got there?
Hahndorf is shaping up well for me. So this is a 2020 Sauvignon Blanc. Very nice. Just need some of my goat's cheese.
Now, I'm trying one of these. I'm being sophisticated today. Look at this.
It's a good thing I took off my Aldi special, what do you call those shoes? Crocs.
Oh, that's actually very nice. That beer is actually quite nice. What have we got? How many? What's the percent here? 4.5%. Thank goodness we drink now and we walk a bit, so we walk it off. And we're gonna just carry on going down the street. Salted caramel humbugs. I think we can get some of those, huh?
Go for it.
Awesome.
What have you found there?
Got myself some possum poop. Some camel balls.
You go.
One small, one some as big as your head.
Pretzel time.
Oh. What do you call it? Just a salted
Pretzel.
pretzel. I tell you what.
It's a little bit of a new Derek addiction.
Yeah. I'll come back and get some more of these, huh? So we're back at the resort. I like to call it a resort because it feels like I'm in a resort. So let's talk a little bit about the resort we're at. So, pool. It's obviously covered because it's winter now, so I wouldn't say too many people want to swim. Behind that, for the kids, the jumping pillow, that's actually on. So that looks like it's, usable this time of the year. But check this out, guys, for a caravan park cabin. Just behind me. Proper like cabins. And also, it's actually a big park, this.
They've got a great camp kitchen. They've got, Lots of barbecue areas.
Loads of barbecue.
It's dog friendly.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Dog friendly, guys. So if you're looking to come here with the pup, it's a good spot to come to. And I will say, Hahndorf little high street as such was actually, I saw little dog bowls around, so you most probably could walk your dog through there, and you know they supply water for your dogs. But check this out. This is in the park. It's a beautiful little lake. We're going to have a little look. And the pond has a beautiful little deck area to walk out on. And look at those cabins up the top there. I mean, that is just magic. Look at this. Beautiful. Well, what are we going to do now?
We're just fanning it. Putt off. Who will win it?
Now, we can't blame the tools, hey?
I'm just saying, I'm quite a bad loser.
Sue's very competitive.
So, if I don't win, I might be throwing a little tantrum.
I bet. Drop the comments in before this game starts and let's see who's going to win. Derek or Sue? I'm also very competitive, so. What did you just ask me?
I said, can we have 3 practice shots before we start?
And my answer was?
No.
We go straight
Cold
into
turkey.
it. So, number 1. How many holes do you reckon?
18. Secret is always letting him go first. Ooh.
Alright, Sue's got to beat 4 shots. Let's go. Excuse me. What are you doing?
I'm rolling it out, a club leg.
Oh God.
That's the rule.
Is that a rule?
I agree.
Alright. Are you joking?
In for 2.
I'm 2 behind already.
Alrighty.
Let's just quickly tally up. We're on hole number 5. So I'll show you this card. A 4-3-2-2 for me. 2-2-3-2 for Sue. If I do my maths, I'm still 2 behind, so I'd better pick my game up. This is where I could crawl back. Look at that. Look at how technical this one is. Oh, she's actually done bloody well. Right, hole number 10. This is where I can crawl back a bit. I'm 6 behind. So the rule here is, if you go into the garden, you've got to start again and obviously count the shots. So let's see what Sue can do. She's actually having a good time here, and she's put that perfect as normal. Off there onto there should get me there. Righto, here we go. Ready?
See? It's called being a bit greedy. To go through the hole or not to go through the hole? Nice.
Take that.
Here he goes, the 18th hole. Looks a doozy. Just not over. Okay. Don't hit me in the head.
That's my 3rd, eh?
You're up.
Right, here she goes up the ramp. Watch you don't hit me. She's up. And she's put it in the hole.
5, 48, 49, 50, 51, 54, 58.
58 I got how many over par?
58 plus 5 is 48.
Lost by 10.
Look at
Sue,
that.
you got below par.
I am
Minus 5.
5 below par.
Well done. Ever bet Sue to win? Well done. If you bet on me, Sorry.
You know, bet on Sue is sticking with a winner.
So what a day it's been, hey?
It's been a big day. It's been a good day.
And it has now started raining.
It has started raining.
So-
Apparently we're in for really bad weather.
So we managed to get a bit of sunshine today and a little bit of putt-putt I've lost. That's okay. But we've been living in our caravan now for almost 2 weeks. And because we met and stayed with such awesome people, we actually haven't cooked in our caravan, have we?
No, we haven't. This is it. This is the first go.
So let's start with what you got going on over here, dear.
Alright, so I'm making a spinach pie.
Yeah.
Vegetarian and really low calorie, which obviously you won't be eating because you
No.
might drop over dead if you have this much greenery. But
This is what I got for dinner.
yeah, you got some
Oh,
lasagna.
defrosted.
There we go. But I'll show you how we put it together. I'm just busy wilting some spinach to go into the pie.
Why so much spinach?
Because it wilts down to nothing. So that's one
Oh,
half
right.
of the bunch. And this is the other half. And once that's done, I'll show you how to put it together. Alright.
So now,
This
all
is
that-
what the entire packet of spinach cooked down to.
that's
What
not
I-
a lot, eh?
No. But what I did do earlier, around here, look, it doesn't look very good, but that's an onion, a carrot, and the actual stalks chopped up from the spinach and softened. And then what we do is we add the spinach, which I've chopped up, in with the onion, the spinach stalks, and the grated carrot. I also just put some mixed herbs, salt, pepper, and nutmeg into that mix. And now comes the magic. So I did beat...
Are you talking about me? All right.
You are magic, love.
Thank
I did
you.
beat 5 eggs earlier.
Yeah.
So we tip that in. And then it also takes essentially 4 tablespoons of... I use cottage cheese. You can use cream cheese. So 4 heaped teaspoons of that, or tablespoons of that. And lastly, a 1/4 cup of grated parmesan. Smash that in and mix it all up for the filling.
Now what?
Alright, so I have put down 2 pieces of phyllo pastry. Now if you're not worried about calories, puff pastry, very nice. Or you actually go with 6 sheets underneath, but I'm going to because I'm just trying to reduce those calories a bit.
All right, now what do you do?
Then we pour the filling in.
Huh?
There we go.
Oh, all of it in at once, eh?
Yeah, it all goes
So it's
in.
not layers,
No, not
like
layers.
a lasagna.
No, it's a proper pie.
Just shows what I bloody know, doesn't it?
Spinach,
And have you got the oven on?
parmesan pie. Do you have the oven on 180?
So this is one of the reasons why we went with the gas oven, because Sue actually uses it a lot. I'm pretty sure you could do this in a air fryer or something, but Sue enjoys doing it like this.
I love the gas oven. You just basically level that out,
Yeah?
and then another.
How many of those?
I just put 1 on top because of the calories, but if you're not worried about the calories, go with 4.
So you just put 1 on top. Very thin, eh?
I know it's very thin.
You sure
But
it's not
a
going to fall
proper
apart?
pie- No, I'll show you when it's done. But like literally the proper pie recipe calls for like 6 on the bottom, 4 on the top, so that you've got loads. And then I basically just roll in the corners.
Well, someone's very impressed with herself, isn't it?
Yep, it's my pie.
So, this is what it looks like when Sue's finished with it. Look at that.
She's a winner.
She's a winner.
All that green goodness, love.
Now you will actually freeze some of that hay because you've made 2 of them.
I've made 2 and then I cut them into portions and I freeze them. Bit of meal prep.
There you go.
But guys, that's it for this episode of just vanning it. Caravan towed beautifully. Can't wait to knock out some more kilometers in it. But also thank you to Vacation and Caravans for creating such an awesome caravan. But guys, from myself and Sue, this week's video, that's it. Until next week, we head on to Alice Springs. So we'll see you then. See ya.